podcast is brought to you by Society Art Villeray. This exclusive gallery features local and international artists showcasing their extraordinary artistic talents. This fine gallery may also serve as a venue for your special events. You can find them on Instagram and online at societyart.ca. Thank you, Society Art Villeray. And now we return you to your podcast.
We're back. It's another season. It's another Sessions with Stef. We're starting fresh. Look at this place. Look at that, man. It's a new season and we're starting fresh in the new Villeray Society Art Lab. Not lab, it's a gallery.
Studio.
Studio, guys. Not studio, it's a gallery, guys. This place, you can rent it for cocktails. You can come and buy the most beautiful art. There's artists around the world that showcase their stuff here. As you saw, there's an ad before the podcast, and guys, check them out. It's amazing. Thank you. So we're starting on a new foot, a new location, a new look, but we're back at it, man. Musicians, and we're starting with a good one this week. This is fucking amazing. I'm so excited for this one. But before we get there, we always have first the shot and then the sponsor. So guys, let's have a break. Yeah,
Salud. Thanks for having us.
Salud.
Cheers.
Salud.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
I do one right away so we can get another one in quicker, you know? It's the way to do it.
Smart man.
Not bad.
That's great.
It's okay. So guys, our sponsors, let's start it off with the Van Crop. So you guys need real estate, you gotta buy a house. Van Cropsel's the guy. He's a nice guy. He works in residential. He works in commercial.
He has a rapport with his clients, and he's very, very available at all times. Not 24/7 because the guy sleeps, but he definitely is there, has the rapport, has the knowledge, can take you step from A to Z. So
Van Cropsel, fantastic. Thank you for supporting us. You guys need a house? Call Van Cropsel. He'll help you out. It's amazing. And secondly, by the way, I'm holding this mic. I'm so lost with it. I never had a mic. But anyways, yeah, it's weird. I feel weird with it.
Gotta get yourself one of these.
I ran out of money. I needed another sponsor to buy another one. I only had 4.
To get the one like Bob Barker.
I have to get the thin one like Bob Barker.
Just hold it. Or just, put some hairspray on this one. Maybe it's gonna hold up.
I'm gonna get a shoulder rig and just hold it up. So guys, our next sponsor, I don't know if you've been there on Jari, St. Leon, our Gusto restaurant, Pizzeria Gusto on Jari. Amazing place. I was so jealous because just on Sunday, the Esteriore, I don't even know how to say the Esteriore brothers from Italy, huge act, 4 singers. They came, they did a sold out show at Leonardo da Vinci Center. They're the rage in Italy and here too, because obviously they sold out and it was a great show. 4 young guys, they were there at the restaurant eating, playing guitar, singing with all the clients. It was a great night. Ross Padula, amazing. The pizza is fantastic. I've been there numerous times and it's great. The service is amazing. Gusto Pizzeria, you got to check it out. Lisa, the address is?
5152 Rue Jari S. Saint Leo.
And their phone number is?
514-326-5184.
You got to go to Gusto Pizzeria. It's fantastic. And now that we have that out of the way,
I want pizza,
guys.
Yeah, I know.
It is good.
We'll go there right after.
We should. If it's open, I'm down. So, guys, I mean, come on, this is fantastic. I'm so glad you guys came on. Last time we've had kind of it wasn't the band. It was just you guys were on. Danny and John were on, and now we got the whole band. So I'd like to welcome the Outliars. Welcome here. This is going to be amazing. I know each and every one of you from a different area, and how you guys got together blew my mind because when I saw it on Facebook during COVID, you released the first song, and I was like, hey, I know everybody here.
Yeah, but it was just me, Max, and John. Sandro joined recently.
You guys had my cousin. You guys had Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon.
My cousin.
Brandon played keyboards on the first song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm just I worked with Brandon for 5 years, and I'm just finding out.
I just found that out too.
Well, I think Brandon.
Okay, let's clarify. They're cousins as well.
Right.
Okay?
So and my cousin. I was like, hey, what the fuck? What's happening?
And John, we're just friends.
Yeah. But you know what? What you just said, I get that all the time. Whenever I run into someone that references the Outliers, they always say, I didn't know you work with him, and how do you know each other?
How awesome is it? But guys, honestly, I called you guys the first time, and only you guys came and performed. We were outside. It was one of the first sessions with Stef that we had.
That was fun.
And I loved that song. It was phenomenal. And I reached out right away. I was like, oh, guys, you got to come on. I love it. I feel it as fresh It's fresh and it's such a good vibe, and you guys give off a good vibe.
Thank you, man.
And now with the next song, which
We gave him a sneak peek. Let's tell
okay,
everybody.
I was like, am I gonna shoot myself? No, I got a sneak peek on the song, and wow, I was super thankful to get it because it sounds really good. Like you mentioned, it was 2 years in the making, kind of.
2.5.
Yeah,
When-
something like that, 2
Well, I
years,
mean,
yeah.
not like full time.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
We had a few drawbacks with the mix and stuff, and
Yeah,
we just
perfect.
Yeah, exactly. We just wanted to make sure that we were getting what we wanted for everybody's parts.
Yeah.
And finally we did. And you know, if we could do this 24/7, it would have been done a long time ago. right?
yeah.
But because you know, we do it on part time.
When you have a chance. you
And
record.
even the people that we work with, some of them, you know, like the mixer and.
Is it with Kevin?
We did some stuff with Kevin, and then we continued going. Where'd you?
Well, we can go through that a bit because
Yeah.
it was such
Yeah.
a journey.
Yeah.
I mean, he did his vocals with Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the drums were done in my garage, actually, a small studio.
Yeah. Well, small studio, dude. Your studio is phenomenal. I look. What is Max posting? Because I want to freak out again. Like,
But it's a tiny room, though. But
But still.
I mean, the outcome was good. Then John did his guitars at home. We took the raw
The dry
guitars.
signals, yeah.
We went to Freak Shop with Derek, and
Yeah.
we reamped it there.
Wow.
And
You brought some crazy mics too, no? Like some, to experiment some sound.
yeah,
or whatever. You brought some stuff, you know.
bought some vintage cabs and stuff like that. Then we took all the tracks and we gave them to Paul Pivetta, a good friend of ours.
Oh, Paul. Yeah, I know that.
We both worked with him in the past. I actually recorded an album with John, Another Small World.
Yeah.
John and the bass player that was in his band at the time. I used to play in a band in high school with him.
Oh,
And,
wow.
and-
Dan Romano,
Yeah, Dan
What's his
Romano.
name?
Dan Romano,
Dan Romano.
phenomenal bass player.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Paul had done my demo with my band, like, I would say almost 30 years ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. Paul's been around.
Yeah,
for
so
years.
Yeah.
so he brought it all together. I helped mix with him. We went back and forth with sessions, even remotely.
Okay.
So I was at home and he was at home, and we were mixing with the headphones
Oh wow.
just to get it done
Holy
faster,
shit.
you know. And in the end, it worked out because everything started to sound the way we all wanted it to sound. you know.
Wow. So guys, the song is called Shine. The video is fucking awesome. The sound of the song is amazing, and the song rocks, man. It's a
Thanks, man.
good song. It's longer than a normal song, right? It was like in the, I don't remember the name.
Just
It's
under 5 minutes.
5 minutes. I was gonna say it hit.
Just under, I think.
It's like 4:25.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's because we cut it a bit too.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
but we had the debate about cutting it, and there's ways we could cut it, probably for a radio edit, like the intro, you know, maybe. And but we
But I
figured
love it.
we're doing this ourselves, you know. For now,
Who do we got to
we'll put
impress,
it out.
man? We
Make
like
yourself
it.
happy.
That's what matters.
It
We
just
like
needed
it.
that time to the parts for them to develop in the song. It felt like everything we tried to take out made the parts not.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's what I noticed about the song is the song grows. The
Yeah.
song itself sounds like a journey. Like you have different parts of the song and you put it together like it's well thought out. From what I was like, oh wow, okay, this part, that part, and then bring it
thanks.
down and then bring up the dynamics again. It feels like a journey in itself. When is it coming out?
27.
27.
27th of August?
Yeah.
I like how no one knew the answer to that.
I got you guys.
And we were discussing it 5 minutes before we started recording.
The 27th of August. So
Yeah.
I don't know. This
Next
podcast
Tuesday.
is coming out. Oh, this came out yesterday.
It's coming out Wednesday.
Yeah, it's coming out. This came out yesterday, so go check it out fucking now.
Now, let's go.
I guess on the YouTube channel, the
Yeah.
Outliers YouTube channel,
Outliers YouTube.
Spotify.
Spotify.
It's all uploaded now. Some streaming services might have it, some might not. I know Spotify has it. I got the confirmation.
And YouTube.
They will be
has it.
releasing it. YouTube is
YouTube
definitely going to
music.
have it. You get to watch the video. It took a lot of hard work and preparation for the video.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
That was another journey.
Yeah.
I want to get to that. 'Cause
Yeah.
My son watched it. My son loved it, and he was like,
no, it was for you, not for your son. What are you doing?
I was eating, so I was like, dude, you gotta check this out. Now. That's what it is. Okay, well, let's start off, guys. I mean, we all know each other, but I want them to get to know you. So, how did each one of you, say your full name, of course, but how you got into the band and your role, and besides what instrument, Like, what else do you do in the band? Because everybody does something in terms of promotion, editing, mixing, whatever it may be. So I know you're the latest member, so be the first to go, man.
Okay, yeah, sure. Fresh blood. So obviously Sandro Ferraro playing bass. Danny is the one who brought me in here. What about
I don't remember. Well, look,
6 months ago? Let's say 6 months ago.
I met Sandro at the closing of Kit's Music.
Yeah.
Okay. Charlie Vaccaro introduced me. He goes, hey, he goes, do you know Sandro? And I go, your name is fucking me up because it's my cousin's name. Yeah.
And it fucked me up too.
And so, but we got along. We started chit-chatting. We started laughing, this and that. We had a good time. And I don't know if we exchanged numbers or Facebook or whatever we did. And
Bit of everything.
And then I messaged him. I go, hey, dude, we're looking for a bass player. And then I'll let you finish now.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm always down, and you send me the track, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. It's like hard rock. It's what it's just fun to do, you know. I mean, you guys know me from Naomi stuff, which is completely different.
The only one who hasn't been on, you're the rookie on Sessions with Stef.
Yeah.
So now we're going to break you in.
It's family, is what happens.
So that's it. I'm still finding my footing in the band. Like, I mean, I just started with you guys, so I don't really have like exactly what I take care of or what I'm doing. But you know,
bass is a good start.
Bass is a good start, and it's the best start, and
he's a
that's
good
where I
bass
always
player.
start.
The conversation was, guys, if he does the bass good, okay, we'll make him do some
Hold on,
other
wait.
stuff.
Yeah.
There's something even more important. He's not a weirdo.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't have to explain to you guys about bass players. I'm sorry, guys. I started on bass. I'm not all there, but just to say, man, bass players some of them are on another planet, man.
True.
Or maybe they were warped here from another timeline.
We have to say musicians, all in general. No, I think
Something special about bass players.
True,
And
true.
when Sandro was not like that, I'm like, I like this guy.
How about some vocalists too?
Don't tell me. I know
Let's
that
not
too.
talk about vocalists.
I was gonna say, how about female vocalists? Anyway, I didn't say anything. Okay, cool. And by the way, I'm just gonna add, great addition. Like when I saw the video, I was like, oh my God, Sandro's in it. This is awesome. I was like,
Amazing.
It was a perfect pick. Like it blended. So.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's almost like the band was cast, you know? Like
It seems like it. It seems like it.
felt that way, yeah.
So, John,
Guitar player, I guess I got the ball rolling with these guys. I wrote that first riff of the first song, sent it to Max because we worked together, then got Dan involved, and then we had another bass player, but that didn't work out, so
This
Sandro's
was
here.
like during the pandemic, right?
Yeah,
was
during
all
the
pandemic
pandemic.
stuff,
Yeah. And in terms of other stuff that we do, I help promote a little bit, but Dan does most of that, and I do the video editing as well.
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you did that video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Dude, John recorded my very first video with my old band that I used to tour with. The very first video, we hired John to do it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So don't watch this podcast.
Actually, that was my very first music video.
And it was his
Never
very
done
first
one
music.
before.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. And like, you know, he had these great ideas. And he plays guitar. I remember we did some shows together, this and that, you know, and we were in college together. So like, I like the guy. So when he sent me the original song, and I liked it, I was like, fuck yeah, let's go,
man.
you know. Took me like half a day to get melodies going, not even, you know.
Wow.
So that would be the first song that you heard when they were on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Which is
Which was also all done remotely and then put together, and that one was done with Kevin Jardine.
Yeah.
The whole thing from start to finish.
wow. So you were contacted from Max, guys. Let's say hi to Max. First time on Sessions with Stef.
Thanks,
And
man.
drums, man, it's amazing. Always been a fantastic drummer. That's I've known. So and everyone
Cool,
else
thanks.
has known.
Thank you,
He
man.
has a very good, a long history drumming for quite a few different artists, bands. I've seen you in different.
Yeah, but I mean, mostly it was
Paul Saltra,
Yeah,
right?
Paul Saltra.
Which was a great band, by the way.
But yeah, I've done some stuff locally too. With I mean, I played on Bridget's album too
Yes,
with
I remember
Albie
I
a
remember.
long time ago.
Which was funny. I walk in to see the show. It's my cousin. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Sweet.
So yeah, so basically when he called me, I said, sure, let's do it. You know, I had a small setup at home, and he sent me the riffs. They were sort of just like one long, you know, riff. I sort of chopped it up in the computer, and okay, I said this, and that, and I played, and the beats weren't really laid down. I think when I spoke with Kevin after, we said, well, we're going to try to make it something more, a bit more groovy, you know, because we didn't know where it was heading. So I was just playing,
Just playing with
you
it.
know. But then
trying to
when
strum
Dan
it.
came in and the sound started to have a feel more like a rock, you know, hard rock. So I toned it down a little and gave it more of a groove, you know. So
Wow.
yeah, so that worked out.
And I guess you do you do a lot of recordings on your own, right?
So yeah, I mean, I do stuff on the side, nothing really concrete, you know. Like I don't do anything for anybody.
No.
Well, I mean, I haven't had any contracts yet, but
Okay.
it's not really set up to take on much of a. You know, I can't have people come in there because it's tiny, you know. Like I can have people send me tracks, and I can record for them and send them back stems and whatnot, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's I don't have like a dedicated room where I'd be able to, you know, get a whole band
You have
in.
all this gear, like you build gear and stuff. I noticed.
It's getting to the, you know, walls. I have to climb over stuff.
He's a musician and a bit of an engineer because when you go to his place and you see all that stuff, it's like half of it he soldered and
I tinker with a
together.
lot of vintage gear, and you know, I don't.
copper
That too. People ask me to fix their stuff. Then I'm like, yeah, but you don't know what happens behind the scenes, how much stuff I blow up, you know, and then I gotta fix it again.
You just post the final product
Yeah,
on
exactly,
YouTube, right?
exactly. I'm exaggerating though, but it's because I don't want to take on someone's equipment where I don't have an electrical engineer background where I can guarantee you that, let's say, because if something happens, then I'm responsible. But if it's mine, it's my problem.
You're learning with it and you're doing whatever.
I mean, I do some stuff for people where I know I'm confident I could do certain things. But if it's out of my league, I'll be like, take it to this guy. You know, I'll tell them who to go see.
Wow.
But
You should, man. You're talented. You're super talented.
I can do some stuff, you know. But like I said, some electrical stuff, you don't want to take risks, you know, because especially tube amps, which I work a lot in, there's high voltage and. You have to know what you're doing.
It's already more than
or die.
or
die if you don't know what you're doing.
You don't want to have that responsibility.
What are those giant speakers? You know, you listen to Led Zeppelin and those giant vintage speakers.
That's
I went to pick something up or drop something off to him, and he goes, "Come here."
I heard those too.
And it just looked like Dr. Frankenstein's lab a little bit, like the tubes and things. Like nothing was closed yet, open. And these giant speakers and the tweeters were they were bigger than my
horns,
body. The horns, okay? And he goes, go sit on that chair. It's like perfect. I don't know. You probably measured it. This guy. He says, I love it because he measured it. He goes, you have to sit right there and sit down. And he puts on Led Zeppelin. I can't remember which song now. And I'm like, how come it's never sounded like that? And you're getting all the stuff in the background from the old days. And he's streaming off Spotify. He didn't put on a vinyl. But you're getting it. And I was like,
it's a vintage Altec speakers made from in the 70s, 80s. So they don't make stuff like that anymore. I mean, they do, but before it was like, you know, you had JBL, you had Altec making really high quality stuff. And
it's the first time I heard he put Stevie Ray Vaughan on when I was there, and it was like the amp was in the room. It's the first time I heard like fingernail scraping on a string.
Wow.
You know, in any recording. So.
Yeah. Wow.
well, that's like one of my side things. You know, it's a hobby, but it's I'm a bit overloaded, like with mods that I do for myself.
Do you have like a chant? You should
like I said, I don't want to, you know, like dive too deep because then if people ask me, like, I mean, a lot of times I turn down people because I don't want to be responsible for their stuff, you know, like, and I don't have the time either, you know, like I work 9 to 5, so then it doesn't leave much time for everything else, right?
Yeah.
So.
What? There's other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, oops. Yes, kids, I'll take you to your game. Yes. Okay, Danny.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, everybody knows Danny. You have to know Danny, right?
you don't have to, but you don't even have to like me, but I'm here anyways.
He loves you, man. He loves you. So obviously, you're the singer, lead singer. You do some guitar tracks on the side as well?
Not for this project. John can handle that stuff. I play guitar out of necessity.
Okay.
And I do enjoy it, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy writing songs. But in this band, if John needs some backup, I'll do this, no problem, right? But if it's not necessary, even better.
You're the front guy.
I prefer, I'm the kind of guy, you know, you pick up a guitar, you play it 1 or 2 songs during the night, maybe 4 or 5 if you're playing 2 hours, but I like to roam free as much as I can, right?
I got you.
That's me. But yeah, John can handle the guitar work. He's all right, you know.
So the journey of the video, like, whose idea was it? Someone's idea? I have an idea. I have a vision. My son asked, "Where do you get that fucking screen, man? That's awesome!"
Right? Yeah.
Right?
No, that
was another journey.
that was another journey. Yeah.
like the recording.
So I mean, the screen came with the venue, so we're lucky. We got spoiled there.
Where's the venue?
We did it at LDV, the center.
Oh, okay, cool, amazing.
Yeah, and so we went to check it out, and we actually didn't know there was a screen. It was Max that pointed out. He's like, "Hey, is that a screen that comes down?" And sure enough, it does. And then the next thing I knew, I was making a background for the video as well. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then that sort of, we got it all set up. It was a bit of a bit planned and a bit improvised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
we'll get to that.
Yeah, well, there was some stuff that was improvised on the day, and it turned out great, I think.
And other stuff. I mean, that all the stuff you see on the screen and coming across the video for everybody who's going to watch the video, John put all that together, ideas, and then Max and I said, okay, yeah, we like this, we don't like that so much, so he would go back and he'd edit it. We try not to break his balls too much because it takes long to do that stuff, right? But if there was something that wasn't great, it's like, okay, I don't know. That little cartoon part that doesn't fit. Okay, no problem, we take it out, right? I don't. Was there a cartoon part? I don't remember. No. It's so long ago. It's been taking us forever to make this
it's been
video.
a while.
But I just want to point out, John did all that. Besides editing and putting this video together, he also did all that background stuff, which is makes the video a lot of what it is.
Of course. Was that a one camera shoot?
No, it was 3 cameras.
Okay.
And multiple takes. I think we did it.
8,428 times.
Yeah,
We
played the hell out of the song.
Yeah. We ran through the song at least a dozen times.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great.
Like 8 or 9 times in full, and then an additional 3, 4 times, like just parts that we needed.
Just do it.
But when we got there, basically the day, the original date got canceled.
It was a snowstorm. They lost power.
So we had no power and we had to cancel everything.
Yeah.
But we rescheduled, and then there was a miscommunication between the light guy and whatnot. So we got there and we had to find someone,
I like guy.
a light guy last minute,
Yeah.
or else, because I had also some lights that I borrowed from my work. So shout out to SFM also for lending us the
SFM,
lights.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'll tell you, those lights that he got, they made the video. All the beams you're gonna see, like blue and changing color, that's all Max's idea, the brainchild of this. And when I look at the video, because you're saying, I'm bringing all this stuff. I go, but don't they have lights over there, right? But then he sets it up and we turn it on, the lights in the place. I was like,
Yeah, it looked cool.
yeah,
So
this guy's a
Who's the
madman.
light tech that you got?
So with no light guy, we had to find a way, because if not, somebody was gonna have to use remotes to do the lights.
shit.
So we're like, okay, we'll get your kids to do it or
Yeah.
something, just random. But then I'm like, oh wait, I know somebody. So I picked up the phone, and maybe other people know him too. Obviously, he's been in the business a long time. Nick Martino. He's done lights for many people, and so I call him. I go, Nick, I have a problem.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I said, we were shooting in 2 hours. We have no light guy. Can you come?
Wow.
It's crazy that he actually showed up.
So now the thing is, we had to find a way to get his DMX console to plug into the house console so he could control our lights plus the house lights.
Yeah.
So he said, okay, send me the song by email so I can listen to it in the car, so I could know, a little bit the rhythms, because he wanted to sort of syncopate the lights.
Shots or whatever.
And it's not perfect because we had 3 takes with him of practice, and then we started shooting. So but nobody's gonna notice. We know because but nobody's gonna notice.
I've seen lights and stuff, and I didn't notice. It looked great.
Because when you start thinking about lights and the way from one shot to the other, in this shot it might be red, and the next shot it's green, but you didn't see it change. It's from a different, but
Different angle.
the only way to have it the same is if you time code it and you play to the click the song, and the lights are pre-programmed. But considering we had 2 hours, it looks pretty good, So
does it ever.
thanks, Nick, for showing up.
Yeah, thanks, Nick.
Absolutely, yeah.
Saved us.
I have to say, I play piano and whatever, and then I fell in love
Yeah,
with
you're
drums.
pretty good.
I've played it. I've dabbled.
We go way back. We come full circle here. Your dad used to give me piano lessons.
That's right.
Back
Oh
in
my
the day.
God, back in the day.
I didn't last too long, about a year, and then I switched to drums, and
Yeah. It was
I was like, I just want to hit stuff.
I want to.
But today I regret. I regret not continuing. Yeah.
It helps. I mean, growing up with fucking lessons every night, man, from 6 to 10, I heard every half hour was a different lesson that I heard in my house. So I'm trying to
That's amazing.
And once in a while, the Italian curse. What the fuck? Did you practice? Whatever.
Or not this fucking clown again. He sucks. It's like it's 3 years he's coming here. He can't play.
Never crossed my mind. But needless to say, I was playing piano, and then I went to drums, which I figured I loved it. I always loved it. I did a career playing piano, and then I just changed. I don't know. It's like I saw an opportunity, I did it, and I fell in love with it. I love it. But then I was like, why the fuck did I love drums, but all these little things you have to remember, right? The cymbal, a little fucking inch makes a difference. If the cymbal is not placed in the right spot, it bugs you. If you play it a little crooked, your arm is going to hurt. Like, so many things that you need to clamp for this, right? Until I started doing a podcast. And all these little kakakatsus of why you're here, this fucking adapter video. Fuck this shit, man.
You appreciate the drums again?
Now drums is easy all of a sudden. I'm like, the video editing is like, holy shit, you need to have 9 brains. Like, fucking.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's 3 days, because this is the first podcast we do here. It's 3 days. I'm thinking, okay, I need this. Okay. The second I got in the car, I got in the highway. 1 wire, a USB-C to a USB-A to connect from the laptop so I could change. I was like, what the fuck? How many things you have to remember in video editing? So hats off. Like,
thanks, man.
That's a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
So the final cut, how was that? Like, was it I don't want to say celebration, but what is it, like, crack out the bottle?
We almost did. We were like, guys, is it finished? And then we realized
not till it's released.
we had mastered it. And we're like ready to crack out the bottle, and then Max is like, "There's something wrong with the master."
We had another drawback. This song's been through like even I forgot to mention earlier when we spoke about the first stages of the song where we had a few issues with the sound, and I did the drums the first time myself. You know, the mics and whatnot. You know, game
Actually,
staging.
you recorded them a few times.
Well, the first time I wasn't happy, and then I got Dave Traina from the Damn Truth come over. I said, "Listen, we're gonna redo it because you'll do the board and whatnot. I'll play, and at least we know we did it right, you know." So we did that, and then it still wasn't right as far as the mixing level, and it was just personal taste, you know, nothing. Then that's when we started to get all the stuff to Paul to redo that mix. But what he's talking about now is that when we got the master, Paul thought he was going to master the song. And I guess we hadn't made it clear, you know, because we hadn't decided yet who was going to master it. So when he did the mix, he sort of just almost did a final product, you know, sort of with some mastering and some compression and whatnot. But then when we decided that I was going to have a friend of mine, Brian Martin, at Sonosphere, mastering, do it, then the thing is when he gave us the unmastered version, the energy was gone.
Oh, because it was already
mastered. Yeah, because he was, you know, mixing, thinking it was going to be him mastering, so he had his certain plugins and whatnot, which is fine, you know. But we had to go back, sort of, and
not re-record.
Okay,
but
remix.
Start the mix, and that's when we started doing sessions where he did the main mix on his own, and then we started to do some remote to. You know, I hear this, I hear that, and I mean, we did it on the headphones, but it worked out in the end because it finally started to sound everything.
You guys
where
could
it
have done
should
a
be.
Netflix special just on the song. The
Probably,
recording video.
So
if Netflix is paying attention,
Series, you know.
Yeah.
But the worst part
We're
is
not
that it
famous
did
yet.
get mastered once, you know, before the final, and that's when I said there's something that's not right, you know.
It had no juice.
Yeah, it's like as if it was mastered, but because he had, you know, the mix was done a different way before he took out his plugins, it's like the energy was gone. So now I told Brian, I said, hold on, we're going to go back with Paul, we're going to redo this, then we're going to send it back to you, and you're going to remaster it. And that's what you hear now is the final.
Wow, the final product.
Yeah, so it's been through a beating, this song. So, but I think now we're all happy with the way everything sounds.
It sounds good. That's
Yeah.
all I care about.
Yeah,
It sounds good. Everything,
sounds good,
everybody's parts.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind redoing the bridge.
Oh, shit.
No.
Hey guys, we have some.
We're looking for a guitar player.
We have some instruments set up here, so I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's wow. That's quite a journey.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, okay. So besides, because I need to know this, you guys are putting songs together. Is there like a? Are you guys planning to gig somewhere? Like to?
Be
I
nice.
don't know, man.
I think that'd be fun.
We were supposed to play the McGill Stadium.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Like last summer, and then with like rain and
Like a halftime.
logistics, it didn't work.
Oh yeah,
out.
that's how I asked you to join the band.
That's
Yeah.
why I joined the band in the first place. You were supposed to play at
You
McGill
wanted to
Stadium.
play
I'm
McGill.
like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so the original video was gonna be us playing live at the McGill Stadium
Oh,
during
wow.
at halftime during
Alouettes game.
yeah no
Sweet.
McGill.
It was the Redmond,
Oh,
I
the
believe,
Redmond,
right?
yeah the Redmond yeah. And it was a trophy game, so that would have been cool. And then we got rained out. So Plan B, this was Plan B, but it turned out great. I think.
No, it turned out
It looks
great.
awesome.
It's great, yeah, for sure.
But it would have been nice to have that live footage and sync it to,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah,
the music,
absolutely.
the crowd.
Would have
Yeah.
also been crazy to play a gig live
Yeah.
together. It
Yeah,
would've
in a
been fun.
stadium. Yeah, that would have been.
So, I
We were
mean,
looking to get drone footage, like fucking, like, you know.
I was
of
learning
course.
"O Canada" on guitar because right,
right?
it's a game, it's a sports game.
Well, you never know.
So is
Another-
there like talks of, I don't know, putting together a set list to play in different
Yeah.
We need
venues?
more songs first.
Well, at this stage, yeah, we'd probably be able to maybe do an opener soon with a couple of covers, maybe, and you know, a few originals. But
Well, what if you guys like, you know, put together a bunch of covers? Because you're, honestly, let's face it, your guys' energy is phenomenal.
Thanks, man.
Honestly, I fucking love it. And you know, I'm gonna say, because I said this to Dave Trainer last week, and that's something I find about the Damn Truth as well. Their energy, it's just like the parts fit perfectly to come out with the sound that I enjoy. I don't know if everyone, and the same goes for you guys. It's kind of like a perfect drummer, perfect guitar player, perfect bass player. No, for the band, it's amazing. No, for the band, like I feel the synergy, the energy that you're talking about, I feel it.
Yeah, amongst the people, yeah, in there, look, you have to be damn good if you're gonna fake it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I've done quite a few, trust me.
but you know what? Yes, a lot of people might be there having fun, but the real people paying attention, you can feel it. You can feel it. Yeah, those guys don't like each other. You see it off the stage. 100%. Maybe it's easier for us because we're musicians, but it's obvious.
and then again, there's some bands that they don't like each other, but they're still great.
They're doing it, but they're doing it for the money.
Yeah, you can tell.
When I saw Van Halen, and it was the second tour that they took not Michael Anthony, but Sammy Hagar. Sammy Hagar fucking hated them. They forced him to finish this thing, but he didn't want to do it.
Yeah, with lawsuits. Yeah, I remember that.
But I can tell when I watched the show, I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I didn't like it. Like and I love Van Halen. I was like, man, this is not working.
That's
You know,
too bad.
it's
That's not the way
I
you want to
think-
see Van
I
Halen.
think it's something that if you, I speak from experience because sometimes you don't see it when it's happening, but I guess if you have, it's like a marriage, you know, like
Yeah, it is.
it's like being married to four people, basically,
Yeah.
right? So you sort of have to give and take here and there, and you know. But I think if there's the loyalty, you know, and everybody respects each other, I think you know you could do great things, you know.
I think you guys should put together like, you know, whatever, maybe 2 sets or something like that to play a bunch of covers, and then eliminate one.
Yes.
As you write a song, eliminate.
Phase them out.
Not a
Yeah.
bad
Right?
idea.
Phase them out, and then by the end you'll have a fucking show and a half. Man. It'll sound
We should.
amazing.
We totally should. Yeah, I think now after like 2 years of putzing around with recording, we're already talking about getting together and writing a bunch of songs and not necessarily spending 2 years recording
No.
one
Yeah.
song. We'll write a bunch of songs and then spend a bit of
We've
time
learned a
recording
couple
a bunch of
things along
songs.
the way
Yeah.
where we're going to work a certain way now where
Yeah.
it's
Set up the
And-
process.
It
Yeah,
should go much
exactly.
faster. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You know, pick a day and you record. You know, as you know.
Yeah, do three at a time instead of
Three at
doing
a
one.
time, and once it's set up, right? We
Yeah.
do this podcast. We do 2. We try to do 3 because it takes longer to set up than the actual podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
By the time I pass these stupid kickass wires, but you know that's what it is. So
Get a bigger car. You just pick
So-
it up, leave it all plugged. Pick it up.
Road cases, man. Road
Yeah,
cases.
road
Roll
case.
it in, roll it out.
Yeah, even better.
Yeah, just
I'm more of an animal. Maybe I just put it like I'll just pick it up and
Smash everything in.
not smash it. You put it in carefully, but yeah.
True.
But road case, smart central.
yeah, road case. I'm a road case guy, man. You saw all my stuff's in road
Everything's in
cases
road
and
cases at his house.
wire everything. Everything's pre-prepared. You just have one thing to plug and you're
and
good.
You're still young.
And it's
Carrying
neat.
wood in road cases. Well, yo, I did it for my drums. Used to be in road cases. It's a soft gig bag now, man.
Yeah, but there's also ways to streamline that. Like I came here tonight. I don't have a bass amp. I've streamlined all my bass equipment so that I can just plug straight to the front of the house, and
It's so
I don't need an amp anymore. We're chilling. We're having a good time. We're playing. Everything sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring the road cases for the other stuff, for like the
Yeah.
in-ears and this and that. But
Max will vouch for me. First gig, as a drummer with the band, first time, fucking 100 cymbals, 50
Oh my
toms.
God.
By the 8th gig, it's like a 4-piece. One crash ride, we're good.
Well, you see, the thing is, I've been spoiled, I guess, in the past because
You had the crew.
but even in Montreal when we used to play shows, we had with Paul Solcho, we had a pretty good following, but we always had friends around that would help us.
Yeah,
Always, like
the
my
best.
brother and his friends, and so we'd lift stuff, but we weren't getting ruined either because
That's,
And then we got the
a nice
record deal, and right away we had roadies.
Yeah,
So
that's amazing.
so my drum set was always huge because of that. Because
It wasn't
I
your
mean,
problem.
Yeah, it wasn't my problem. but the thing is, even now, I still like to play on a big drum set. It's just what I grew up with. Those kind of those were my idols like Neil Peart and Mike Portnoy and stuff like that. But I also like John Bonham. So a 4-piece like tonight, we're toning it down because we can't really have a full setup.
Yeah.
So I got a couple of pieces, and I'll make do with what I have. Some bongos and
It's
whatnot.
gonna make do with what
It's gonna
most
be
guys
like-
gig with.
No, but I mean, because on the recording I used more parts than that, but we're sort of playing it different, more of an acoustic vibe, So it'll be that for tonight.
Awesome.
It's
Which
just-
guys, you're gonna see a live performance, and it's gonna be amazing. They're gonna do the song, a stripped down version, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you can even go compare this version with the YouTube version, and it's gonna be fun, man.
and
I'll
we
be
only
honest.
played it a couple of times this way, so
I'll be honest, we got together and we were playing it this way. I'm like, guys, should we go re-record it like this too? Because
Why not?
I was like, this
Yeah,
is
it's
just
cool.
as good.
Yeah.
It was awesome. John pulls out his Fender and he's like fucking doing the
A
licks,
good
and I'm like,
song-
yeah,
A good song is a
Yeah.
good song.
yeah. I truly enjoyed
maybe
it.
in
I would
20
re-record
years,
it
the
like
unplugged
this.
version.
The unplugged version.
Yeah, no, we were
Yeah.
playing in.
Do a Metallica with the orchestra,
Oh my God.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Can we play a little game?
Sure.
Okay, I mean, we've all done, so everyone's been except for Max, so I'm not going to do the first thought. I could, but I just want to shoot the shit. I want to talk about the shittiest fucking gigs that you've done. Let's talk about the shit. I know we've done worst gig ever, but I need some stories. And Max, since you're new on this part, we always talk about like a stupid thing that happened. I can name a million because I have a million of them, but if there's something fucking wild, I mean, I'll give you an example. Who's the guy who was it? There was a guitar player. It was Franco Contriti.
Oh yeah.
A guy jumped on stage and wanted to hug him. He had disabilities, but he didn't know. He threw him off the stage.
No.
The guy came. It was me. Get in my personal space. I lose it. Get away. I don't like it because
And Franco is one of the
he's the nicest guy in the world. He's so sweet.
really is.
He was. I had to shove him, and the guy fell off the stage. And then my bass player goes, "Bro, my guy's handicapped." I think he went to obviously grab the guy he spoke to. He apologized.
Sure, but when someone gets in your space and you don't know what's going on and you're on
Especially,
stage,
we can understand it.
Yeah,
right? It's happened
absolutely.
to all of us. where-
Hey, the guy's. I mean, we'll say it's not his fault because he's mentally challenged, but. Man, have you seen some of the stuff that people going on stage, like the Rolling Stones, this, that Keith Richards, pelted a guy with his guitar, Nicky Six hit a guy with his bass because they run on stage. It could have been
look,
worse.
you've Pantera, right? So you never know what's
don't
going to
know.
happen.
Yeah.
Dude, it happens no matter. And I'll tell you, it's always the drums that the parents, they just let their kids go. I could be in the bathroom at a wedding, and all I hear is do.
Yeah.
And I get nervous right away. But how the fuck do you let your people... Do I walk into your house and I smash your glasses because I feel like touching? I don't touch your stuff.
Is that a new phenomenon though? Because when I was a kid, there was no way I'd be touching anybody's drums.
Yeah, because your parents... But
Because we would take a
like,
beating, that's why.
nowadays they need an Instagram.
Okay, let's just clarify that.
No, but nowadays they need an Instagram picture. Let's go over there. How about you ask who owns that before you go over there? You know, like I'll make you play or I'll make you sit on my drum set any time, but don't touch it without me being there. I'll kill you. Like I don't like it. They go in the sax, or they grab the mic and they. I'm like, but it's a personal. The microphone is. I have to go put my mouth there now.
Especially nowadays, eh?
Yeah, and I do it on
with
purpose
COVID.
because I've done it where we're playing and they come and someone. I take out the wipe on stage and I'm like, people are looking and I'm wiping. I don't want your fucking spit on my mic. Like, come on, man, what the fuck? Anyways,
100%.
It'd be better if you had a little mini, like a.
right? Fucking A, man. So, do you have any stories that we can share?
Oh man, the one time I was playing at Club Soda, 2,000 people in the audience. Sound man comes on stage completely drunk in the middle of the second song and unplugs my guitar. Like pulls the jack out from the amp. So
What?
so now and he just walked off. And so now I'm just playing air guitar with the rest of the show. So that would have been worst experience for me.
What was the reason?
He was wasted,
drunk.
completely wasted. He stumbled on.
He thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, went right up to my amp, looked at it. I could see him staring at it, and I'm singing and playing at the same time, trying to do this, like caught off guard, like what the fuck's he doing? But I can't really stop
You don't know. Yeah,
performing.
you're playing, right?
And before I know it, he just go. I don't hear the guitar anymore. Took the wire and walked off. That was it.
Oh, he even
So-
like
Maybe
wrapped
he
up the
thought
wire
guitar
and
was
left.
too loud.
Yeah, maybe. So if the sound guy is watching, fuck you.
Actually, last couple of weeks ago, I'm on stage. This is a big outdoor stage. I'm not going to say where it was. It was just an outdoor stage, and we were playing. And so we did a sound check, and then we had to play. We were one of the first bands to play. But so we did our sound check. Get on 2 hours later, we get on stage, and between us was one act, and it was voice and tracks. Simple.
Easy peasy.
So we get our sound check, we're good to go. We get on stage, they announce us, the piano, no sound. Right, but what's happening? So they're announcing it, people are waiting. I'm like, well, we can't play, there's no fucking piano. Where's the piano? I don't hear the piano. The techs come on stage, they're on the patch bay, they're just like, try 8, 7,
Oh, boy.
4, and I'm like, but all that
Let's go,
happened
guys.
was a vocalist and a track. So if you unplugged it, you should know that you unplugged it and plugged, like, I don't know, take out the piano. If you have to, like, it's a fucking 48 channel board.
Right.
I don't know, you don't have 2 tracks for a computer and a voice. And 10 minutes, and we're just standing there. And that 10 minutes feels like it's 2 hours. You're just waiting there. And the singer starts babbling, thank you for coming. You don't know what the fuck to say.
Especially
You also
the
run out
weather's
of
a bit,
ideas
You
sometimes.
run out of idea.
What are you going to say?
Thank you for coming. We're going to
After,
be playing this song.
after 20 seconds, you start babbling bullshit because there's nothing. I
do stand-up.
I got nothing to say to
He
you.
goes, buy some time. I gotta fix something. I go, I'm fresh out of
so
ideas,
has
bro. You know, like, what are you gonna tell? I spoke for 2 minutes already.
And the
Tell them
sound
your
tech,
blood type.
there's 2 texts, and it's like you don't even see the stress on there. They're like, oh, peut-être, je sais pas, peut-être essaye le 3, and why? Like, no
sense of
nothing.
urgency.
It was
There's
a camping
crowd.
out in somewhere far, but there was a lot of people. You know, these camping. I don't know if you've played a camping. It's the in thing to do.
Well, yeah, years ago. It's not when it was in.
These campings are crazy. I've done like 4 or 5 this year alone, and they have water slides like bigger than fucking Saint Sauveur water. Like sort of lit up at night. These big water. It's a camping ground. But they hire bands and big party at night. You know.
I saw
pretty
your
wild.
post.
Which
I think you posted some pictures from
I've done a
a
couple
ground
this
with
year.
water slides.
with the water
and stuff.
slides, yeah, that's the one. It was, well, I did a beach party too. That was
Okay.
pretty cool. That was cool. Anyway, but just to say, these stories, I could talk about them all day because there's a million of that. Fuck. But anyway, and do you guys? So you toured a lot, right? With Paul Sultry, you were.
Well, 4 years, 5 years about, yeah.
How many tits did you see? Like how many flashes? You must have seen hundreds, man.
Titties.
Titties.
In my 40s, I don't care. Like a little kid. Like the first time I see them every time. Don't care. I'm proud to say it.
Never mind. You got married in the time from the last time.
Yes, I did. It's going to be a year next week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you're
Wow.
on it.
Still married, she still wants to stay.
She still wants us after a year.
Yeah.
Come on, dog. But you were with her for a long time.
Yeah,
huh?
7 years.
That's amazing.
I think I could be wrong. She'll correct me.
Correct you. Wow. Okay.
So go back to Max. You were talking
Yeah,
his story. Titties.
Was there
Too many stories. Too many stories.
There's too many. Yeah. There's probably tons. Eh?
Yeah.
What about a bad gig, dude? You must have
For
had
sure.
something
Oh,
terrible.
I mean, to pin it down now, but there was for sure some weird situations where, you know, we had to. Oh yeah, well, we've had stuff thrown at us.
Oh, really?
Especially on Ozfest, some cities were very, you know, not very open-minded musically. You know, so they just wanted to bash their heads, and, and we weren't that kind of band, really. You know, like I mean, we had some hard stuff, but more melodic. You know.
Yeah.
So, you know, at some shows on Ozfest, you know, we'd get the fuck yous and stuff thrown. And I guess one thing I did, at one point I was fed up at one show and I just got up on my throne and I made sure I wouldn't fall because, you know, sometimes they're wobbly.
It's wobbly, yeah.
I just pulled a mooner on them. And I walked off the stage.
See, now that's what I'm talking about.
And we used to have all this stuff on video, but some of the stuff got lost, you know, along the way. I mean, most of it I had, and but some of the stuff got erased. And I remember that was on video. Someone was filming, but it was lost because it was so hilarious. And it was on the big screen too, you know.
Amazing.
I would pay
Amazing.
any amount of money.
Full moon.
Full moon.
So
Picture on the throne.
yeah, because I mean, at one point you're just like, okay, you don't have to like, but you don't have to like throw at stuff or. You know, I'm sure a lot of bands have been through that kind of situation.
You're at a
in certain-
festival.
certain cities,
you
you know.
can't possibly like everybody.
No.
there.
And
It's a
sometimes
festival.
you
yeah.
think, but why did you hire us? Like,
Usually
Yeah.
festivals
No,
have
but
like
in
3-4
festivals,
stages.
it's
Just go to
just
the
like-
next stage, man. Don't,
Yeah, you know,
come on.
there's variety, you know, and some cities are just, I guess, but you know, we had in some cities where we had a good set where
Absolutely,
people
yeah.
were. In most of the cities, it was a good set.
you guys had a hell of a following.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay.
It was, I remember
It
it
was starting out good, but things turned.
like
one of those things.
90%. That's what happens, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's hard because.
but I mean, it's an experience you can't.
Absolutely.
It was something else, you know. Like
Yeah.
for those 4 or 5 years, it was the dream, basically. Yeah. So.
I've heard a lot of stories like that, and,
Yeah.
and you know what? Not everyone gets a chance to
Yeah.
live
Yeah.
that. So
Well, I mean, you know, we got to go to Europe, U.S. 2-3 times around,
wow,
so it was good. You know, it was a good
That's amazing.
experience. Yeah.
that's amazing, man. So guys, what do you want to say about the Outliers before we hear your song, and before we have you guys perform it? What do you want to say to your audience? Because you're gonna grow your audience now. People are gonna start streaming it every day. I know I will, because it's a great tune, man. So
Thanks again, man.
what do you want to say to your audience before we let them hear it?
You know, I think in general, like people like this stuff. Like whenever we make anyone hear it, the reception is always good, the feedback is always good. But I think at the same time, it's like because there's so much content out there and there's so much music, we're just in a culture now where we hear it. It sounds great, but we want to hear the next thing. So if you like the Outliers and you want to hear more, share it, listen to it,
Absolutely.
let people know about it.
Absolutely.
Let us know that you like it.
Let
Yeah.
us know. Let
Well, you know,
let
message us. Let us know, hey, I love
Yeah.
the song. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And, you know, that'll motivate us to be like, okay, yo, guys,
Yeah.
let's
do
get
more.
Absolutely.
let's crack the whip. Let's go.
Yeah.
I
So-
have an idea.
Shoot.
Your son is playing.
Yeah,
Your
he's playing
son,
these
he's
days.
starting music.
Yeah, he's pretty damn-
So at the end of the year, I got to organize because I don't teach his son, but I run the program where his son is learning music in high school, and they have a little band. What if you guys play a song right before they play their
Oh,
song?
you know what? Sure.
Huh?
Yeah.
How about we get the auditorium?
For kids, I will do almost
Hey.
anything.
I don't know if my son would appreciate his middle-aged dad, playing in high school, but I'm in.
Dude, you know what? It was the cutest thing because the first time I walked in, so my teachers were teaching, and I walked in and I said, "Hey guys, you know," and your son, I'll never forget. He looked, "Sessions with Stef,"
Yeah.
and I was like,
'Cause we
"Oh my
watched.
god, this is." You were with my dad just here, and he was so proud of you. So
Thank you.
I think he'll love that. You guys will blow.
Well, how many years ago
Yeah.
was that? Because as they grow older, you know.
So I told you I watched the show, you know, and I have a bit of catch-up to do. The last one I watched was David Segretti.
David, yeah.
But I do watch the show, so he definitely recognized you.
Yeah, he was like, he knew right away. The minute I walked in, I was like, dude, I'm a regular dude from St. Leo. Don't worry. It's all good.
But no, he's pretty good. He's been playing for 5-6 years now, and he's sounding better and better. He's really focused.
It's awesome.
And my younger son actually is going to start at Pearson in Secondary 1 in a couple of weeks, next week.
Cool.
He plays the drums and piano. And he just won, he won. He graduated from elementary school, and they gave him, he graduated with honors in music.
Amazing.
So
is he going to join? He's going to...
I hope so. I hope he joins his brother and he comes and hang out with you guys. And
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And if any of you guys want to come and give a few lessons, like just talk to the kids about music.
I'm going to make them worse, man.
Yeah, me too.
No, they appreciate it. Honestly,
They
they
really
appreciate
appreciate
it. I did it a few times when I had some time to do it, and they love it.
Is there a lot of kids? Like,
We just started the program. It's the second year that we do it. So it's getting there. We need more. It's always in schools.
I remember when I was in high school, and there was at least a good 3 bands in the school, which was like, wow, you know.
Yeah.
And all the programs, like we did a Battle of the Bands. I organized it. I put it together. I was, 16 years old, and I organized the whole show.
Yeah.
After that,
So
they don't do any Battle of the Bands anymore. Like no one plays music anymore, which is an absolute shame.
The schools don't promote it.
Yeah.
They're overworked, so I feel
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
I deal with the the principal and. Hey, we gotta do this.
I mean, it wasn't even
and it takes, and it's not their fault. They're super busy.
sure.
Back in our day, it wasn't even like the teachers weren't doing anything. We would find ways to jam. I think the bands that I was in at Laurier McDonald, they provided us like a storage closet, and it was packed to the ceiling. And we a bunch of friends and we got together and okay, let's organize it. And then there was a little group of guys, and we would all take turns. One day it's these guys, the other day it's those guys, the other day it's those guys, and we all would go jam there. And I would go from Massey because I didn't go to Elmac, I went to Vincent Massey, and I would get on the bus after school, go, and we would jam until
I do it at Vincent Massey as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's funny. It's 2 different schools, man. Completely different. You go to Massey and there's 9 piano students doing these classical songs.
That's crazy.
And then you go to Pearson, I just want to rock, man.
Yeah.
You see, Massey back in the day, we were rockers. We were,
so fun, man.
There's a lot of guys that they still play today.
Yeah.
That I grew up with, and we did the whole Battle of the Bands.
We're trying to do it now in the high schools, so
that's cool.
We're trying to do the rock, School of Rock kind of.
Yeah, but I think you've already had a huge impact. I don't know if you realize, but what Sandro said about it had just disappeared after a while.
Yeah, it vanished.
Like my son told me that there was no music in school. Yeah. You had 3 bands when you were in school. When we were in school, there was at least 20.
Jesus.
And it's
every school had 20.
Yeah. So to hear that at Pearson it was non-existent, I think they hadn't had a show. They hadn't had a high school band play at that school in years.
Well,
and you guys brought it back.
Daniel went to Pearson and he said, "Oh my God, they used to have, and then by the end, nothing."
Yeah. So you guys brought it back. Thank you. Honestly, thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I got called and I went there and I saw what they had. So let's do something with it. If we get the enrollment, and I went 2 lunches to try and get kids to enroll. So me and Daniel, this is funny. I don't know how do I get them to sign up. I brought a little snare and a kick, and not even a kick. I brought a little fucking a cajon thing, and he brought his bass, and we just jammed. And kids were like, "Oh my God, come, we'll teach you, And we got 10 students, 12 students.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And the second year we had 8 students, but 7 that didn't want to take music; they just wanted to hang out. So they would sit there, and we would be teaching the other kids, and they're just hanging out. I don't know, but anyway, look. Next year, if you guys want,
all jokes aside, if you need help, I whatever I can contribute, man.
Anytime, man.
Bringing music to kids for me is.
If you come and sing a song and you give 1 or 2 pointers, they'll fucking love it.
Pleasure.
But I'm definitely in for playing the.
Yeah, I'm gonna organize like we did last year, but we're gonna try to have more people because it's always last minute. Now we're gonna try to organize the date now when we start school. Because there it was 2 months before, hey, can we get a date? Can we get a date? And then schedules and after school there's this activity, that activity. I can't do it here, I can't do it. And then it was okay, well, let's just get the parents. Because we never got an official date. We did it. We just said we're doing it that date, whether it's in the CAF or the auditorium. And then the principal said, okay, do it in the auditorium. But this year we'll pick a date Everything will be set up. You just kind of play your song. People will love it, man.
Nice.
People will
Yeah,
love it.
definitely.
It'll be cool. Awesome, guys. So thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Every
Thanks a
release
lot.
you do, you come back on sessions.
Yeah.
And we'll do another version.
We can't go anywhere else. You're gonna get mad at us.
Damn right. Actually, Stefano has a podcast, Guadagnino. You know Stefano Guadagnino?
I
You know-
met him in high school. I mean,
Okay, yeah,
that's a
he's got-
30 odd.
Don't you live like he lived? Not
Maybe
far
he lives
from-
around the corner still. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And he's got a podcast.
I
too.
had no idea. Yeah.
It's not. It's kind of not music. Not only music.
Okay.
He's had some musicians on, but I mean, it's more like
nice.
just inspirational people. But whatever, it's really cool. So,
Cool.
hey, man.
Sweet. Cool.
Sweet. So, guys, thanks again.
Thanks for having us.
Thank all of you for everything. Lisa, thanks for what you're doing there.
Thank you,
Looking at her
Lisa.
phone. She's on Facebook.
No.
That's what she's doing. But yeah, it's all
Posting
good.
herself.
She's promoting the podcast. Come on.
So, guys,
I promote it energetically.
there you go. Guys, of course, Outliers, check them out. YouTube and all the streaming platforms, Sessions with Stef. Let's talk it out. Subscribe to every single channel. Just fucking subscribe. What, does it hurt to subscribe? It's a finger. Just press and subscribe.
Just
Join.
smash the button.
Smash the button. Watch over and over. Give comments. Do all of that, guys. Thank you for watching. We got some more guests coming up every second week with more performances. And now, don't leave because the fucking performance of a lifetime is coming right up.
It's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
pressure.
No pressure.
We just put it together this weekend.
Yeah, I think we practiced once.
It took us 4.5 hours to decide what we're gonna do. Then we jammed it twice and we said we're good.
We're good. Fake it till you make it, right?
Oh, we're not really
Steve
faking
Creep,
it.
you
We're
know-
actually doing it, but you know.
You know Steve Creep, right?
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
all
yeah.
know. He was on the podcast.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, my life is faking till you make it.
Yeah.
Am I a tech? I was never a tech in my life. Do you want a tech? Yeah. I'm on tour next thing you know, learning about guitars. What the fuck do I know about guitars?
I thought I just had to hand it to him.
Yeah, right? Fake it till you make it, man.
Yeah.
You throw yourself in and you do it, and it's going to be the best fucking version of the song ever played. Guys, check it out. Hope you enjoy. Ciao.
We are the Outliers, and this is our brand new single, Shine Unplugged.